Hey everybody, it's Angie and welcome to Hot and Flashy and welcome back to Foundation Friday. This is the first Foundation Friday I've done since February and it's now September. So it's been a good 6 or 7 months. We know who the culprit was. It was COVID. People just weren't interested in makeup. I think people are still not 100% interested in makeup, but I have gotten a lot of requests over the last few weeks to start up Foundation Friday again, and in particular to review this foundation that I'm reviewing today, which is right here on my desk. It is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation Plus Skincare. And there were actually 2 foundations that you guys had asked for a lot. The other one was the new NARS foundation. Unfortunately, that one is completely sold out everywhere. I wasn't on their PR list, so I don't have it to review for you, but I was able to pick this guy up, so I got this, and this is the one that we're gonna do today. So this one retails for $39.50 for 1 ounce, and it comes in 40 shades, which is a vast improvement in shade range over what they usually offer, which is about 12. This is supposed to be a hydrating foundation with buildable medium coverage and a natural radiant finish. Now the skincare that the label mentions is from hyaluronic acid and aloe vera extract, which are moisturizing. It also contains vitamin E and vitamin B5. Vitamin E is an antioxidant. Vitamin B5 is panthenol, which is hydrating. And it also has an acid for gentle exfoliation. Your skin is supposed to look better and smoother within 2 weeks of wearing the foundation. I have probably been wearing this for about 2 weeks, so I guess I could look at that, but I don't know about putting skincare in a foundation, you guys. Can I just say, I love IT Cosmetics and I appreciate the effort, but I think most of us at this point have a skincare routine and we use plenty of skincare. I mean, it's not bad that it's in there, but I'm not gonna give up my skincare to have my foundation do my skincare instead. Just me, but anyway, let me know what you think about skincare in your foundation. It is fragrance free and it's also SD alcohol free, so it won't have that drying element to it, and where it's supposed to be hydrating, that is a good thing. So I grabbed this in 2 shades. It's really hard to color match these days because, of course, if you go to the store, you can't swatch, you can't pump any out to see how it fits you. You just have to hope for the best when you buy one. Now on the website, they have a really nice chart that shows you, based on what shade you took in their CC cream, what shade would be good for you in this foundation. So I picked up medium neutral 33 first, and you'll see that in the first 2 days of footage where I'm trying it. And then I went back for a lighter shade because I thought that one was just a little bit too dark for me. The lighter shades were all sold out, but I was able to grab medium neutral 31. Let's take a look at the swatches on the 2 of them. Shade 31 is a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, a little bit more to the warm side of neutral. 33 is a little bit darker and a little bit more red, I'd say. Just a little bit about my skin. I'm 58, so I have wrinkles and enlarged pores and some age spots and a little bit of discoloration, like redness through my T-zone to cover up. My skin is mainly normal. It's a little bit oily through the T-zone and a little bit dry around my mouth area. So that is what we're dealing with today. So let's take a look at how IT Foundation Your Skin But Better Plus Skincare performed on more mature, less than perfect skin. All right, so the first day I put it on over my Elta MD UV Elements SPF 44 sunscreen, and I combine that with the Paula's Choice Super Light SPF 30. That always gives me the perfect base underneath my makeup, and it doesn't really affect the wear of the makeup. I didn't use any primer because I like to try the foundation without any real helpers the first time. I applied it with a damp beauty blender on one side of my face. The foundation went on easily, and the sponge gave sheer to medium coverage. The first pump only covered half my face, so I used another pump to apply with the brush on the other side. I used the BK Beauty 101 brush, and I was using the shade Medium Neutral 33. The brush gives a nice smooth blend as well, but with more coverage. Holy cow, does that look beautiful. It looks like skin, but it's evened out my skin tone. I like the finish on it. It's not overly luminous and overly shiny. It's just really skin-like, dewy, youthful. So far so good. I really, really love it. I feel like the sponge side is a little bit sheerer than the brush side. I like the brush side better. It seems to just be a little bit more coverage, a little bit smoother on the blend, but overall I think it looks really, really pretty. It has a soft, luminous finish that isn't overly shiny and doesn't accentuate pores or texture. I powdered my T-zone with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores powder and really liked how it looked with the rest of my makeup on. It was settling the tiniest bit in my smile lines, but not enough to make it crack and look bad, and it didn't settle into my forehead wrinkles. All right, 5 hours in with the IT foundation, and it hasn't gone super shiny. It doesn't look oily. It didn't like sink into pores or settle into wrinkles or make me look older or crack or accentuate any wrinkles. It does look a little bit worn off on my chin, on my nose, and here on my cheek. Like, it was such super sheer coverage that it's not really lasting terribly long. At the 10-hour check-in, it was pretty well worn off, but it didn't wear off in a bad way. It just kind of faded away very, very gradually. It didn't get shiny in my T-zone or settle into wrinkles anymore. It didn't crack in the wrinkles or make my wrinkles look any worse. It didn't feel drying. It didn't look heavy or mask-like, and it didn't make me look older. So those are all good things that I'm looking for in a foundation. So that was it for day one. Day two, I tried to up the wear factor by adding a primer. So I used my Beauty Blender, the Leveler Primer. Now I mainly like this primer because of its pore smoothing abilities. Then I used my fingers to apply the foundation over the primer on the first side of my face. It applied really well with the fingers, it didn't leave any streaks, and it blended really beautifully. And I used the BK Beauty 101 brush on the other side because I did prefer that application on the day before, just slightly, just because it gave me that little extra bit of coverage that the sponge didn't give me. This actually goes on pretty dang well with the fingers. There's no like streaks or weird issues with blending. So I like it with the fingers, I like it with the brush, I like it with the sponge. Easy to apply no matter what. I'm going to build it up just a tiny bit today because last time it just wore off pretty quickly on like my nose and chin and cheeks. So I'm just going to add whatever was left on the back of my hand. I really like the look of it again today, even with more coverage and even with it being built up. I still felt it looked natural and skin-like, and it wasn't accentuating pores. Today I'm not going to powder my T-zone. I only powdered under my eyes. So we'll just see how it goes. I liked how it didn't get overly luminous or greasy looking or shiny the other day, but that was with powder, so let's try it without. But we do have the primer on, so we'll see if it'll be longer wearing and how the finish stays throughout the day. With the rest of my makeup on, I thought it looked really nice, but I also thought that it maybe had oxidized a little bit. It seemed to look a little bit darker to me than it had when I had first put it on. But I did give it a spritz of the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray on one side of my face to see if that would help to increase the wear. All right, 5 hours in on day two. I think it's definitely wearing better today. Adding the primer and the setting spray I think has helped. It's not getting as thin, and I think adding a little more helped as well. So happy with it today. Again, didn't set it, but I'm not like feeling oily or super shiny. It's not making me look wrinkly or older or settling into wrinkles. It doesn't feel dry or flaky. So all in all, really good. At the 10-hour check-in, it had worn off quite a bit, especially on the side of my face without the setting spray. So wow, what a difference that Charlotte Tilbury setting spray made. That stuff really helps to lock your makeup down and make it stay in place. My skin felt hydrated and comfortable throughout the whole day and looked good. It didn't look makeup-y or cracked. It didn't settle into pores or accentuate them. Okay, so today's day 3 that I'm recording myself in it. Today I switched to the new shade, which is Medium Neutral 31, and I like this shade on me a lot better, although I gotta say I do think this has oxidized a little bit as well. It's not that it gets orange, so it's not oxidizing in a bad way, but I think it just does dry down a little bit darker. So maybe if you're choosing a color, maybe go slightly lighter than you would normally choose in this, because I feel like it does do that oxidizing. I didn't use the primer today because I felt like it really didn't keep the makeup on that side of my face that I had the primer on. I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray is really what helped to keep it in place. I did set, but today I use the Honest Beauty setting powder because I'm doing the flashback test, and I feel like that one doesn't give flashback like the IT Cosmetics one does, so I use that powder today. And then, as I said, I hit it with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So yeah, I applied it today with the brush. I used 2 pumps of it. I'm happy with it again today. I really like this foundation. Like, since I got it, I have not used my other foundations. It reminds me a lot of my current Holy Grail, which is the Estee Lauder Futurist. On the skin, this looks just like this foundation. This one's a little bit more expensive, but only by like $5.50. But I feel like they both look so similar on the skin. It's a very similar look, but I feel like this one is more luminous, and so with this one I definitely have to powder it, otherwise it does go way shiny on me and it does accentuate my pores. This one, the luminosity is just softer, and so I don't necessarily have to powder it, even though I do prefer it powdered, but I don't have to, as you saw on the day 2. So I kind of like it better, and especially where I think I'm going to get much more of a shade match in it than with this guy, because with this guy I have to mix 2 together, and I feel like I've already worn 2 of these and they both match me pretty well, so I'm much happier with that. All right, let's go ahead and do the tests that we have to do. We have to do the flash photo. We have to do the phone test to see if it removes from the face onto the phone glass. Then we have to do the sunshine test, kitchen light, natural light. All right, so let's go ahead and do the phone test. Here is the shiny clean phone glass. Just hold it up to my face here for a minute. I feel like it might transfer a bit because it never feels like completely 100% dry and set. So, you know, that's about, what, 10 seconds of elapsed time, not too long, but let's see how it does. It's a little bit makeup-y. There, you can see it. I would say there's a little bit of transfer there. If you hate transfer and absolutely cannot have that in your life, then this may not be the foundation for you. On the flash test, I feel like it is giving me a little bit of flashback. Going into the kitchen, I think it looks really good in the overhead kitchen light. Standing over by a window, I think it looks really good in natural light. Hello, darling. Oh, I know. So nice to see you too. All right, let's take a stroll outside and see how it looks in really bright sunshine. Beautiful day today. All right, you guys, we've done all the testing. We've looked at it over 3 days. Let's go over the pros and cons on this one. On the pros side is the soft, luminous finish that is natural looking and skin-like, that it doesn't settle into pores. It doesn't settle into wrinkles too much. It did settle a little bit in my smile lines right here every time, but it didn't settle into my bigger forehead wrinkles, so go figure. It's super easy to apply no matter how you want to put it on there. Fingers, brush, sponge, you can get it on there. It's buildable and it's comfortable to wear and non-drying and fragrance free. On the con side are that it's not long wearing. Hey guys, it's future me. I just wanted to pop in because it's been 10 hours since I put the makeup on, and I just wanted to show you that it did actually last today. It got full 10 hours of wear out of it. I think it looks really, really good, and that would be mainly thanks to the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. So I'll link that in the info box below the video. And yeah, I'm really happy with it to get a longer wear out of it. So the verdict on this one is that I think that a lot of people with different skin types at different ages could try it and love it. I think that if you have super dry skin, you could really like it. I think if you have oily skin, you could like it too, because it didn't get oily looking in my T-zone even when I didn't powder it. It still kept its finish. It still stayed the same throughout the day, and that was really, really great. I think it's very youthful looking. You know, I hate foundations that make me look older, and this guy I feel just is making my skin look good and younger. So I've really been enjoying wearing this, and I hope that if you're looking for a new foundation that you will give this one a try. So that's my full review on the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better foundation plus skincare. If you enjoyed it, found it helpful and informative, go ahead and give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. As always, I thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate your watching. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.